What is up everybody, my name is Tyler Potts and welcome back to another video, the last video in our 31 days and 31 videos challenge. So we have finally successfully completed the challenge on this channel. The channel that has never completed an actual challenge properly. But this time we did it, so we finally did it. So this is the final piece of the puzzle. Now you're probably looking at it like, it's quite minimalistic. It is, because we're creating a neomorphic logging form. So neomorphic is a new design trend and I actually really like it right now. So it's basically like bringing flat design mixed with the skeuomorphic designs that used to go on in the past. And as you can see, you got here these nice little hovering elements, and then you've got this clickable button that actually clicks inwards. So as I click it inwards, you can see it's like you're actually clicking in like a real button in real life. And that's kind of the effect that Neomorphic goes for. It's like realistic cross flat design. So you've got this in-between level of magic. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to create a form wrapper. Normally you use an actual form, but I don't want it to submit every time I hit form, so that would be annoying. And then we're going to say neomorphic login form. That is going to be the title, and we're going to have a few inputs. I'm going to have an input of text with the class of input. And then I'm not going to give this a name or an ID, but I am going to give this a placeholder of username. Let's make this a little bit wider. Let's literally copy that, change this to password and also password, hit save. Cool. And the hello, don't go all the way back there, what are you doing? And the final one is a button or another input if you want, but I want to add an icon in between, so I'm going to say button.input.button with an I, with the class of icon.ion -md -lock. Cool. And then next to that we're just going to say login, maybe login. Cool. So what this icon does here is actually going to be we're actually going to pull it in from into our CSS. So down here, let's click this button here and go down to here. In here, or we might actually be able to search for it, but I think it is. So it's on icons right there, bam. So that is now in, and we also want Montserrat. Okay, I have to grab that manually from Google. And there we go, Montserrat font family. So let's hit save and close, and these are going to import these packages in. And as you can see, we've now got a little lock button on there, which is pretty cool. Nice, so this is all the markup we need. We're now going to hop straight into our SAS or CSS and start writing. So we're going to say margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box as usual. We'll have a body with a font family of Montserrat. I had to think how that was spelled then. Sans serif. We're going to display this as flex. We'll justify content center, align items center with a min height of 100 VH. And then we're going to give this a background color of EE, hit save, give it a nice little gray. Now we're going to get the form element, so we're going to say form, and in the form we're going to say border radius, give this 16 pixels, give it a padding of like 32 pixels, and now we'll give it a width of 100% and a max width of 408 pixels. Now this is where the real magic comes in. So we're going to start using some neomorphic sort of styling, and one of these ways of doing neomorphic is by using box shadows. Box shadows, and we can say here we're going to say -2 pixels, -2 pixels, We're going to say 6 pixels and then 2 pixels, and we'll give this a color of white. We're then going to create a second shadow on this, which is going to be 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 6 pixels, 2 pixels, and we'll give it about a C4, C4, C4. Hit save, and there you go. You can see it's like it's off the page because it's light up here, so there's a light source at the top here which is shining down, hitting this, and then the shadow is being created here because this is lifted off the page. So that is how it kind of feels. That's the whole feel towards neomorphic design. Now let's quickly start at H3. The H3 we're going to say color. We'll give it an AABBBB. Maybe a font size of 28 pixels, a font weight of like 900. Text shadow, so again, similar thing here, we're going to do a text shadow. This one's going to be 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 2 pixels, FFF, and then we're going to also have a -1 pixel, -1 pixel, -1 pixel. It's going to be an A4, A4, A4. Hit save. Doesn't look like anything happened. Did I do that right? 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 2 pixels. Cool, let's just quickly do text align. Center and margin, bottom 16 pixels. Where is my text shadows? Because I've put it on a new line. It does not like my text shadow. What is wrong with my text shadow? Text shadow. Why did we change this to box shadow? It really doesn't like that right now. I'm not actually sure why that doesn't like that. It normally works, but right now it doesn't. So we're just going to continue on for now, and if it certainly works, then it certainly works. But anyway, let's go down here. Let's say input now. So we're going to get the input, and obviously this is one of the biggest parts of it. We're going to reset by saying appearance none, border none. Well, actually, that's a lie. Want border about 3 pixels, solid, transparent, just so we can add some transitions in there. Well, actually, no, we do want border none. We don't want it on all of the inputs. Outline none and background none. We'll give it a padding of 16 pixels, but a border radius of also 16 pixels, and then here we go. Let's give it a box shadow. Again, we're going to say we're going to inset this one because these inputs should be inside the page. So we're going to say inset -4 pixels. Actually, I want to quickly just say here, display block width 100% and max width about 320 pixels. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that was a thing. So we're going to inset -4 pixels, -4 pixels, about 10 pixels, 4 pixels, and FFF. You're going to have to play with this because obviously, as you can see there, it went really weird. Because sometimes it can go weird. So this next one, we're going to say 4 pixels, 4 pixels, 10 pixels, 4 pixels, and we're going to say C4, C4, C4. And there we go. We've got this like really strong looking element. We then want to also add not display block, sorry, margin 0 auto 16 pixels. Hit save. There you go, that's moving them away. Let's also give it a color of AAA and a font size of at least 18 pixels, and then we're going to add in a, can I spell? Transition. Transition is going to be 0.2 seconds ease out. There we go. Oh, that's looking good. Is that? I thought it'd come back. I was going to say it's back. Cool. So we've got the input. We now want to get the input placeholder. And I'm just going to say here color CCC. Hit save. Okay, so now we've got this, so we can say hello world and then password, password, password. There we go, that's looking good. But when we focus it, it doesn't actually do much. We actually want to add an input focus. We're going to say input focus, and I'm going to say box shadow, and this is where we're going to do some like effect. So we're going to go down to -1 pixels, -1 pixels, 3 pixel, 1 pixel, FFF. We're then going to say inset 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 3 pixel, 1 pixel, C4, C4, C4. Hit save. So now when we hover over these, it's like it's coming towards the page, which is pretty cool. Nice. So after that, we're then going to set up the button. So obviously the button looks really weird right now, and that's not how we're actually going to have it. We're actually going to set the color to be AA, BB, BB. We're then going to set the cursor to be a pointer. Good. We're then going to set the border to be 3 pixels solid transparent on this one, because we actually want there to be a slight border. We're then going to actually set the padding to be for only 13 pixels, because then it's going to bring it back down, because it obviously stretched when we added the border. We're then going to set the font weight to be about 700. A box shadow, and here we go again. So now we're going to set from inset being an inset to being an outset. That doesn't make sense. But again, 4 pixels, 4 pixels, 4 pix, FFFF. And then we're just going to say 4 pixels, 4 pixels, 13 pixels, 4 pixels, C4, C4, C4. I'm going to bring this onto a new line. Let's see, save. And there you go. So now it looks like it's actually popping off the screen slightly already, which is good, just like what we wanted. Let's quickly give that icon a margin right of about, what, 8 pixels? That's about right, looks good. And on the button, so we're going to say button focus, because if we click this, you can see it does that weird thing where it goes inset. So we're going to say button focus, and we're going to literally give it the same as this to stop it from being weird. There you go. So now if we click it, nothing actually happens anymore. Good. But now we want a hover effect. So we're going to say dot button hover. And on the hover effect, we're going to say box shadow -3 pixels, -3 pixels, 8 pixels, 3 pixels, FFF. And finally, 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 8 pixels, 3 pixels, C4, C4, C4. And there we go. So now when we hover, it becomes slightly tighter, the shadow, like the button's being pushed in just ever so slightly. And then finally, we want to set up 2 different things. We want to say .button.active, because we're going to have an active state, but we'll sort that in a second. But then we also want the actual active state. And we're going to set the color to this to be 5858. And we're going to set the box shadow to be -4 pixels, -4 pixels, just bring us onto the new line again, 13 pixels, 4 pixels, and this time we're going to actually say C4, 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 so we're having it the opposite way around. This one's going to be 4 pixels, 4 pixels, 13 pixels, 4 pixels, but this time just white, so we flip the colors around for the actual effect. But we also want the border. Actually, let me show you what this does first. So now when we click, for some reason, oh, I put and active to nothing. I'm sorry, I was meant to use button. There you go. So now it goes active, but it kind of looks weird around the edges where you've clicked in. It looks like it's still floating towards us. So to fix that, we're going to actually use that border we set up earlier and give it a color of DF. Hit save. So now when we click it in, it kind of looks like the button's actually gone in slightly instead of outwards, which I think is great. You could also do this with more box shadows if you really wanted, but I think that works. So that is good. Now in this active one, we're going to toggle a class. So when you click this currently, it's just like you clicking a button, it's popping straight back out. But most of the time when you click a button and it like holds its position, it goes in slightly. Well, depends what sort of buttons. Again, there's multiple different types of buttons. You can decide what type of buttons you want to do, but there's the button I want to do. So we're going to say -2 pixels, -2 pixels, 8 pixels, 2 pixels, C4, C4, C4. Oh, not one. Oh, C4, C4, comma, 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 8 pixels. Wait, that doesn't make sense. 2 pixels FFF, and finally again the border color again, it's going to be DF. Hit save, and let's do a little bit of JavaScripting. So in our JavaScript we're just going to say a constant of button is equal to document.query selector .button, and say button.add event listener. So we're going to listen out for the click event. We're just going to get the function, and we're going to get the buttons class list, and we're going to toggle the class of active. So every time we click this button, we're going to toggle the class of active on and off. So now we've got this. So a username is going to be Tyler Potts. Our password is going to be test123, and our login button, you see, as you click, it clicks the button in. I mean, for a login, normally you'd click it and it would redirect you anyway, but you know, kind of cool effect. Maybe you could have a loader there while it's logging in, so you click it in and this like turns into a loader. That'd be really cool. But yeah, so that is a simple neomorphic logging form. So an introduction to neomorphic design concept. I actually want to show you some neomorphic or dark design, just design concepts, because these are what the more use cases for it. So you've got the sort of, where are we looking here? Yeah, so look, neomorphic here. So look at this. So it's like these elements popping off the screen, same there. It's like they're all popping off the screen and floaty sort of thing. For the form, it's it's mainly inset items. This button is the only thing what's floating off the screen, and the actual form itself, where these are inset. But here you obviously got this click me. I don't know if that's a GIF. There you go. So it's kind of like a click inwards. So neomorphic is pretty cool. There's so many different things you can do with it. I just really like it. Like, this is one of my favorite things. That just looks really nice. Weird. It's like an old concept brought back to life. So this is obviously what skeuomorphic looks like, and that's what we've mixed with. This is what the web used to be like when people wanted to make it realistic. Weird, right? People are weird. But anyway, so this is what we've created today. I hope you enjoyed making it. If you did, then don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified as soon as we post a new video. I'm going to be taking a slight break for a few days at least, just to recover, because obviously the 31 days, 31 videos is a big challenge, and I think it's time for me to take at least a few days break. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.